Alright, today on the channel, I'll be looking at I.Joe Classified Retro Card Series Lady Jaye, on the way I got it figured.
The way I got it figured.
Alright guys out there at Action Figure Land, Sheriff back, where I got it figured with another review. This time, I.Joe Classified Series Retro Card Lady Jaye. I'll also be doing a comparison of this figure with the original version, which I have here, still in package. I guess this one will serve as sort of it'll be a review of the new figure, and then some comparisons with the original, like I said. Here is her statistics, for those who like those, like myself. But we're not going to really focus on the box. We're going to be focusing on the figure. So the retro carded Lady Jaye. These retro carded figures are Walmart exclusives and are evocative of the original toy version of the characters in question. At least in the case of Lady Jaye and Gung Ho. They're definitely in what I would call toy decos. Destro, not really. He might be in more of a cartoon deco. And Baroness, she might be a toy deco too. We'll see when we get to her. But for now, Lady Jaye is absolutely sporting the colors of the 1985 A Real American Hero figure. They changed her accessories, so she has some of the same things she came with in the original version, but the backpack and the camera are accessories that were definitely pulled from the 1985 figure. And, you know, I like that. The original Lady Jaye, I don't really think there's anything really wrong with that figure. But this one is probably what I would call slightly improved. The face sculpt probably seems a little bit better, but we're going to take a look at her out of the package. So let's do that. Before we look at her out of the package, actually, I'd like to get a look at the back of the box. Of course, they have this weird file card, which just seems like a waste of space anymore, based on how they do them with the multiple linguistics. And I get why they do it. I just don't like it. I like, you know, the real file cards. But I did want to call out the fact that the first four figures, Lady Jaye and Baroness, were supposed to be the first two, and then these two, which will be Gung Ho and Destro, are, you know, coming soon, I guess. Of course, they all came out at the same time, and we did wait probably a year for these to see wide release. All right, let's get her out. Right here we have Lady Jaye. Out of the package. Better focus. There we go. Lady Jaye out of package. Just on the sheer number of accessories, you're definitely losing out on some accessories. She comes with the javelin, which is still a 2-part piece. So I'm separating that just to count the accessories out, basically. The 1985-ish camera. Another special javelin head. The little javelin launcher. A knife. Identical to the original release, but this time with paint apps. And the backpack. And that is in comparison to the original version, which comes with, first of all, hair. She's wearing the hair in the package. 2 javelins with a head each. The special head, the launcher, a 2-part backpack, a knife that's unpainted, and the hat that you can take off. And of course the hat still is removable on this version, so you can do some mixing and matching if you choose. So getting a little bit of a closer look at her. Again, she is definitely very evocative of the 1985 release. She also has, so they both have this belt, of course, but the original release has a slung over removable belt that this one does not include. So the original release is definitely packing the accessories. Other than that, they're pretty much identical, but we're gonna go through that. So this brighter green, again, the appeal is definitely evocative of the Real American Hero 1985 version of Lady Jaye. She does have her Ranger symbol there, or not Ranger, but it's like her unit symbol, and it's not in the like blue and white on the previous version, I believe, because the toy didn't have it. The blue and white thing that she had on her arm, I believe, was from the cartoon. So, but nicely detailed. There's not a whole lot to go over here that isn't already known, but I'm taking the hat off so that you can see. So her face is actually the exact same face as the original, just with like kind of makeup on, whereas the other one didn't seem to have on any makeup. All right, so let me bring in the other Lady Jaye. So as you can see, they are pretty much identical. Here, just to make it more plain. So the original version is definitely wearing less makeup than the retro carded version. And you can put the black helmet on the black hat on the original one. And the hair on the new one. Of course, this one, you know, this Lady Jaye you can find on clearance, many outlets in the country. I don't know why they made so many, or they felt like they had to make so many. I don't think it's that Lady Jaye isn't popular. You know, she's probably one of the main Joes in the TV show, in the comic book. She's pretty much all in. So there you go. There's your deco differences. Let's do this. We only have one set of hair. So, you know, it's really gonna boil down to, you know, how you prefer your Lady Jaye to look. I really don't think there's anything wrong with the original version. You know, wrong per se. On the hat, she has like the I.Joe kind of newish logo on that hat. The new one is sporting the sort of Ranger symbol that she had on the black cap on the original figure, which is, you know, what I prefer, but I know they can't really do actual military insignia anymore. Indicia, I don't know how to pronounce that. You know, military logos, you can't really use them anymore. So there's that. All right, let's get them. I'm going to gear them up and do kind of a final comparison look. All right, here we have both Lady Jays geared up. They both suffer from kind of an inability to store all of their accessories, which is somewhat uncommon for I.Joe Classified. The retro carded Lady Jaye can hold her javelin, of course, but she has nowhere to store the one extra head, you know, javelin head. She has nowhere to store that. And the gun, which is probably more appropriate for this version, since the 1985 version had a kind of a gun thing, but I went ahead and just did her holding the javelin like she is on the box. So those things are meant, you know, you can't really store them. There's nowhere for them to go. And while I'm not going to go ahead and say that's a flaw. We all have plenty of action figures that can't store all their accessories. With G.I. Joe Classified, we've been sort of spoiled in that regard. Original Lady Jaye has more storage, but not complete storage. So she can store one of her javelins in her backpack / camera, so it's all integrated. And the only thing really left over is this, is either one of these heads or this head for the javelin. That's all you have left over. And I've not been able to discern a place. Yeah, there's nowhere to store it. And then, of course, they can only either wear a hat or the hair. But, you know, what are you going to do, right? Well, actually, in her parts count, we have to actually address the fact that she does come with a stand, which I'm going to use. I'm having a little bit of difficulty standing her up, but I'm not going to blame that on the figure. I'm actually going to blame it on the surface that I have her standing on. This is one of those kind of card tables So it's a little squishy. And while I could get her to stand, you know, with time, we don't have all night. But there you go. There's our little G.I. Joe stand with the G.I. Joe symbol on there. So yeah. So my final ranking, where I got it figured, G.I. Joe Classified Series Retro Card Lady Jaye. I'm gonna give her a 9. As far as these two, I'm gonna have this one be my my Lady Jaye in, you know, in a sort of display mode. My canonical Lady Jaye. And it's good that we have the hair, so she can take her hat off and kind of have her hair. She looks good either way, both ways. So, and again, that's no offense to the original. I just like the colors better. They just pop a little more for me. So yeah. So that's a 9 for Retro Card Lady Jaye. All right, guys, if you enjoy the content, please give me a like, a comment, and subscribe. I would love to, you know, bring my content to more people, and hopefully I'm doing a good job with it. So I would you know, certainly appreciate the feedback. All right, everybody out there, stay safe, and I will be back with another review very, very shortly. All right, signing off.